What is anatta? What is ego? What is too big ego? Nuong Nin, Hong Hung, Tan Chao, Tan Lu, Nguyen Din Tan, asked about the Dharma. Teacher, thanks to you, I can see the true Dharma. I want to ask you so many questions, teacher. I want to know the true Dharma, but the true Dharma is still so foreign to me. I don't know how to ask and where to start. While I was standing daydreaming in the dark forest of superstition, the true Dharma appeared so unexpectedly. It was like I was in a dark forest at night. The sunlight suddenly appeared, making me startled, bewildered, and blinded. My mind was panicked, I was confused, not understanding what was happening and what was going to happen. I read Mr. Thong Lak's books, but I haven't been able to absorb them. I read what he taught, but I understand a little. I'm practicing patience, waiting for time to pass, because I believe that time will help me understand slowly and then I will understand more clearly. What a surprise, today I received a letter from you, saying that you are leaving. Oh, you are gone, who can we ask about the Dharma? Oh, teacher. Before you go, please let me ask you, what is egolessness? What is ego? Master Thong Lak and Master Tan Tien do not use loving words when teaching the Dharma. So people think that Master Thong Lak has not yet attained enlightenment and that Master Tan Tien has a big ego. What does that mean, Master? Thank you very much, Master. Reply. Because each person asks in a different way, and many Buddhists ask with the same idea, so the teacher based on the questioner's idea, rewrites it more clearly. Before I answer the question, Buddhists, please have right views and right thoughts, and answer the two things that are happening. Buddhists need to remove the colored glasses of hypocrisy to see the truth. A. People use sweet, lovely, touching words to lure practitioners into a life of enjoying the lure of fame and fortune. So what is their ego like? B. A person who does not use loving words, and speaks with harsh, deafening language, to save practitioners from the dark forest of superstition, and at the same time guides practitioners to know the method of self-cultivation, in order to master birth, aging, sickness, and death and free their lives from suffering, wishing that practitioners will attain the same results as I do. So what is this person's ego like? In fact, even the entire Mahayana Buddhist forest and Buddhist universities around the world still do not understand what the ego is. What is the non-ego? What about Buddhist followers? Right? Mahayana has poisoned monks and Buddhists to live in hypocrisy, taking the false for the true. Fake Buddhas and fake lords have become idols, causing Buddhist monks and Buddhists to sink into deep delusion, endlessly and endlessly. Therefore, for a teacher, speaking the truth causes heartache and pain, and then he quickly opposes it, forgetting that we need to know the truth to correct mistakes, so that it will benefit our lives. Only those who are still conscious need the Dharma. Venerable Thich Thong Lak and Master Tan Tien know this clearly, so whoever they can save is the one they save. Then, we must also leave. 1. What is the ego? Buddha taught that, the human body we carry here, in our body there are 5 aggregates: form, feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness. All of them are not me, not mine, not my ego. Read the lesson on 5 aggregates that the teacher taught. So, what is the ego? The ego is me. So what are we? Read the article Who Am I? We are the nucleus of karma, and karma is the crystallization of our actions through body, mouth, and mind. We are like a speck of dust in the world, invisible. We are like a seed, invisible, but felt. Like greed, anger, ignorance, invisible, but felt, right? The I will appear clearly when I am sick. At that time, I recognize that the I and the body are completely different. When we are seriously ill, we realize that we no longer need to serve our body, but when we are cured, we return to serving our body to satisfy it, because it is a habit we cannot give up. 2. What is selflessness? What is outside of me is egoless, because it has nothing to do with me. I only borrow it to survive, and I practice to return to me. Therefore, my wife and children, my house, my fields, my temples, the ideology I serve, and myself, are not me. All are egoless to me. But I mistakenly believe that they are me, mine, my ego. Dear Buddhists, if you understand the following Buddha teachings, you will clearly understand who we are and what our ego is. Standing still will sink you. Moving forward will drift you, only by overcoming. Meaning, A. If we stop, we will sink. If we stop in greed, our life will sink into the stinking trap of fame and profit. B. Going forward will lead to drifting. If we go forward, that is, we practice evil religions, then we will be dragged by the torrent of greed and sink our lives into the rotten trap of fame and profit. C. Only by overcoming. It means that we practice the Buddha's Dharma correctly. We practice the precepts, concentration, wisdom correctly. We must reduce greed to eliminate the idea of greed, then we escape from the stream of greed. We are no longer immersed in the dirty bait of fame and profit, in order to continue practicing wisdom to attain the three knowledges and return to ourselves. That is our ego. 3. What is a big ego? After Buddhists understand the ego and the non-ego. So, how can the ego be big or small? Only pride can be big or small. Pride in the thoughts of desire, greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, doubt. Pride here means being arrogant, conceited, self-sufficient, and complacent. When a teacher preaches the Dharma, he must speak the truth. But the truth is cruel. When speaking the truth, if it is fragrant, say it is fragrant. If it is rotten, say it is rotten. If it is smart, say it is smart. If it is stupid, say it is stupid. When speaking the truth, how can it be called arrogant? Why do people think that ego is so high and arrogant? Because they are conflicted, they refuse to learn, they resist, and then they think that the guru has a big ego and is arrogant. That's it. To make it easier to understand, there is a relative in the family who is addicted to gambling and has squandered all the money in the house. The guru comes to scold him. He is lost in a gambling battle. He gets angry and argues back, saying, "What kind of guru is so fierce? Or else don't save him and just let him drift." Really, if you want to save him, never use kind words. It's useless. Kind words cannot save someone who is ignorant and deluded. The important thing that Buddhists need to understand clearly is, lying, even with the good intention of helping others, is still lying. A teacher who twists his tongue and uses kind words to please others is lying. He is unintentionally harming himself and others, because it becomes a habit of lying, which is breaking the precepts. Once it becomes a habit, it will grow and spread and it will be impossible to give up. Read the article Lying with Good Intentions. If a teacher breaks the precepts, how can it be called enlightenment? Right?